welcome back to the Penfriends podcast. I'm Becca.
And my name is Caitlin. Happy 2018, everyone.
Yeah.
This is our first episode back in the new year.
New year, new me. Am I right?
Yeah.
No.
Am I right? Hashtag. Yeah, did you have a good new year? Did you do anything? Oh, Josh was working New Year's. You told me that he was going to
Josh
work.
was working and he literally swooped in at 11:58.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, so I
That's
was like, oh
cute.
my God. It was crazy.
Aww. You guys kissed at midnight.
Yeah.
Aw, that's cute. Yeah, I made Jeremy, because he bought me a bunch of face masks.
Mm-hmm.
I started him off easy, and we did a sheet mask together.
Aww.
Except they were black.
Oh yeah.
So like the 10 minutes of us doing that like ended at midnight, but we were like, no, we gotta kiss. So we kissed with the skin with the face masks. It just was funny, and we were watching. He did a trial of YouTube Red, so we were watching not YouTube Red, YouTube TV.
Oh,
So we were
what's that?
watching it's like you get cable channels, but it's a service through YouTube.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, so you can get like Cartoon Network and ABC or Freeform, whatever it's called, and
Mm.
like he likes it mostly for ESPN.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
but he did the free trial because BTS was performing New Year's Eve, and I wanted to watch it, and he was like, "All right, I know that we can get that channel through
Yeah,
this trial."
I
Yeah.
texted you because like we were sitting at the table and then all of a sudden like Josh just looks up and he gets this weird look on his face and then he's like, you need to turn around and look at the TV right now. And I turned around and then I'm just like, and then Josh is like, text Caitlin right now. Text Caitlin right now. That is exactly what you think it is, and you need to text Caitlin.
I just like that you both think that immediately whenever you see K-pop. It just
Yeah.
means a lot. Like part of me is like, I don't only want to be associated with K-pop because I like other things, and you can list off the other things that I like because that's your favorite quote for me. But it's nice that when my friends are like, this is something Caitlin really likes, and I know that she would like it, that kind
Mhm.
of thing, I
Yeah.
like. Because whenever I see a book that I think you would like or a cat thing, and I always take a picture of it. Or any like I sent you that Hufflepuff video
Yeah.
the other
I
day. So
like
I
that.
don't know. That's friends to me. Whenever I
Mhm.
find a funny thing, then I think that a friend would like. But yeah, they were so lit on New Year's Eve, and I'm proud of them. So um, yeah, I guess we Becca. I was sorry, I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Where is this going?
So Becca asked me to pick what we're talking about this week, and I
Because
was
I
like,
choose just about like
you
every
too.
week, and I'm like,
Well, this week I wasn't really doing like nothing came. Well, something came to mind, which is what we're actually talking about. But this entire past week, I've been focusing. It was my last full week before the show opens,
and I was
and
not
so
thinking about that at all.
it wasn't. It's not been stressful. This is actually the least stressful show. That's debatable. The first few weeks of the show were stressful, but then after that, like after I came back from Christmas, it's been pretty chill. So, I'm really happy about that because those first few weeks. But yeah, and even the other people around me were like, this is the least stressed out that costumes has been in a really long time. And I was like, great, because there's 6 women in this show, and if it gets any more stressful than it has been, then I'm doing something wrong with my job. But what I decided to talk about today was a 2017 favorites in long form, in an hour length of time of a podcast instead of like a 15-minute YouTube video. So I said, Becca, think of 3 or 4 things, and I'll think of 3 or 4 things, and we'll ask of each other. And yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. I guess. Do you want to go first?
Nope, you can go first.
Just like the pause. Anyway, so I'll start with um the favorite video game that you played in 2017,
Let's
because
see.
I played a few that were pretty great this year. console and on the computer?
I really don't play that many video games, but I'm trying to think. I mean, I've really enjoyed watching people play Doki Doki Literature Club,
Yeah,
like,
you just
'cause I
haven't
keep
played it
talking
yet.
about that.
Mm-hmm.
But Josh and I actually just like finished watching a playthrough. Like, I never watched through to the
Mm-hmm.
end, like, no matter who I was watching play it.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just finished it because Josh was like, "What happened?" So, and that was really interesting. I think I might like to actually sit down and play it. But I played a lot of Sims, and they had some
Mm-hmm.
pretty great expansions come out this year. So
Yeah, I
that's
think a lot of
awesome.
expansions.
Mhm.
Cats and Dogs came out at the end of the year, but I think earlier this year wasn't City Living
I think
released?
so. Yeah, it had to have been because last winter, last winter, I think, was when they released the update with toddlers.
Mm-hmm.
So everything, yeah, a lot has come out then in the past year, which is awesome. Really great expansions. And I mean, Josh and I just got a Nintendo Switch, so we've been enjoying that console. I really like
Mm-hmm.
playing Overcooked. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't
Did
play
you
a
play
lot,
any?
but
Did you play any Mario Odyssey? Because I know Josh was playing through.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
I've.
started my own like playthrough of it, and I like how family friendly it is because I'm not good at video games. But I
Mm-hmm.
feel like even just on the normal level, it is simple enough for me to be okay at it.
Right.
So I'm really enjoying that. I also bought Josh Zelda, what is it? Breath of the Wild for
Yeah.
Christmas. And
Oh.
so we've had it for like 2 weeks now, and Josh
Mm-hmm.
just opened it like the other
Nice.
day, a couple days ago, and now that's all consuming for
It
him.
is.
Mhm.
It honestly that probably was my favorite game I played and completed this year. And I say that because I started playing a bunch of computer games, but I just get so busy.
Mhm.
There was a game. Oh God, it has a a spacey name, but it kind of quote unquote translates to Valhalla, and it's
Oh
the this
yeah, I think I know what you're
cybernetic
talking about.
bartender simulator kind of game, and it's a visual novel, which I really like that. So it's mostly story based, not as much choice based.
Mhm.
But the choices you do make are kind of based on the alcoholic beverages you serve because you play as a bartender.
That's
It's
cool.
kind of yeah, because like some people will ask for a oh, I kind of would like a sweet drink, but there are like five different sweet drinks, and some of them they like better than the others. And so there's not a lot of different endings, different choices. There's a few endings, I'm pretty sure, but I started playing that and I really liked it and I really liked the story and the world that it built, but I haven't finished it. So I really want to start over from the beginning because they added to the game.
Mhm.
The beginning of the game like hints to um, this group of businessmen Shiba Inu dogs that come in and kind of like wreck the bar. And the beginning of the game references like, oh god, the other night with all these dogs in the bar and stuff. But they added that part into the game, and so I want
Oh,
to play it. And so they have that night in the bar with all the dogs. It's futuristic, so it's like, of course, all these dogs are businessmen and they can talk or whatever it happens. I forget,
that's
but
awesome.
yeah, Breath of the Wild was definitely such a really good. I'm really excited. I'll have to keep up with Josh and see how he's playing it, and if you start playing it too. It is a lot of fun, and there's so much to do, and I think it just was a really nice. I mean, I could talk about Zelda for hours.
Mhm.
So if and that's when Josh should be the guest is when we just talk about Breath of the Wild, um,
Oh yeah,
and
totally.
Zelda, because I really liked the difference in format for the game was way different. Not way different, but different than more recent Zelda games. And so
Mhm.
I just really liked it. I don't know. I could talk about it for forever. Um, so yeah, that was favorite video game.
Yeah.
Now it is your turn.
My questions are not like discussion based, they're questions that I had for you specifically, so you're gonna
Oh,
be doing, because that's what I thought we were doing. I
oh,
misunderstood, but
oh, I'm
it's
sorry.
fine. No, it's okay. Um, so my question for you is, what is your favorite, like, if there's a trend you saw K-pop wise, like, what is your favorite thing that you saw happening K-pop wise?
Oh man. Um, I I think this was a really good year of it becoming um more known in America.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Um, and a lot of groups toured, and of course they tour in America, um, not frequently, but sometimes.
Mhm.
I think EXO, yeah, it was this year. I'm pretty sure EXO toured. Maybe it was
Yeah.
last year. I'm confusing my years, but BTS had their tour here, and really, like, groups have been in America, and K-pop has performed in America on late night shows. A K-pop group toured in like 2009, 2010 with the Jonas Brothers on an
Mhm.
American tour. So it's not new that K-pop groups come over and do this, but honestly, like, it has not been as well received, you know, until BTS came in and they fucking won a Billboard. This year
Mhm.
they performed at the AMAs, they performed on New Year's Eve, and that just kind of it there's still like some people that I see are like, well, it's not in our language, and I'm like, well, then just what's Despacho then? Isn't that in Spanish?
Dispatcho.
That's not the song. Is it? That's not how you say it. That's not the song, is it?
Despacito.
What? Despacho. The name of this episode is Despacho.
Wow.
I'd
How
never heard the song.
culturally insensitive of
You're
you.
right. You're right, it is. I'm so sorry. I'd never heard the song before.
Me
I
either.
just know that it. But it's Josh's Spanish, so you know how to pronounce it.
Wow.
That's not racist, that's a fact. He's Spanish. He speaks Spanish.
That's funny.
The debate that I'm gonna have later, if I keep that in or not, is gonna be very. um, Other trends. Hmm. A sad trend is that a lot of groups actually disbanded this year.
Yeah.
Um, a lot.
Why? Why?
That's hard to say. I think that a lot of contracts are up. They're contract based, and so it's like you're with us for, a lot of people will renew. Um, some people do, some people don't, and sometimes the companies are like, okay, you're not as popular anymore,
Mhm.
and so they disband the groups, and it's really heartbreaking because it's a lot of second generation girl groups have disbanded um recently, and like 21 disbanded, and that was just so sad. And I think that was a catalyst of one of the members leaving,
Yeah.
which is completely in her right. They weren't doing anything with 21, especially in that company.
Mhm.
They weren't. It's been years since they've made music together, and so that's just really. So I hope that's a trend that kind of changes. Another
Sure.
trend I hope that changes is how they treat idols. And I don't think I talked about this, but in the middle of December, a very famous idol committed suicide. Um, and he had been in a very successful group of like 10 years.
Wow.
um, Kim Jun Hyun of Shiny, in case anyone listening cares to look him up. Wonderfully talented composer, singer, and he had such a hard time, and he always spoke up about mental illness, but um, I heard, it affected a lot of fans, it affected a lot of idols who were close to him, that he had been suffering for a really long time and just wasn't getting help, and just
Mhm.
wasn't getting the help he needed. So I don't want to call that a trend. I hope it's a trend in, this is a weird way to say it. I hope it's a trend in 2018 that more idols get help,
Yeah.
and that the that mental illness is less stigmatized in that
Mhm.
industry, and in that in Korean culture in general, because that's really the biggest thing, is that that's why suicide rates are so high in Korea, is because mental illness is really stigmatized, and it's
Yeah.
stigmatized everywhere. But anyway, so on a high note, um, so can I counter, actually, since we're doing specific things, because this is your
Sure.
area? What sort of trends are you seeing in books that you would like to see continue, or trends that you hope to see in 2018?
I was actually just talking about this in, maybe I didn't put it in my video, but I know that I mentioned it. I might have cut it out. The last year when I was doing like my goals for 2017, I found myself having to explain, like, I set a goal of wanting to read more own voices books, and I had to
Mm-hmm.
explain like what that term meant. But
Mm-hmm.
this year, I feel like there's been such an increase in diverse books and like own voices, stories, and everyone's talking about that I hope that it continues going forward. I mean, I'm sure it will.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's really the only thing. I get really excited when it comes to like diverse books and own voices, stories.
No, I think that's really important.
Mhm.
Can you think of some? Can you think of anything right now that the market hasn't really been touched? Can you? I know. I Is that a weird question? I mean,
Yeah, I want more books with deaf characters. I'm
yeah.
gonna keep saying that. I read two this year, which
Mm-hmm.
was like amazing, and one of them ended up being my favorite book of the entire year. It is called A Quiet Kind of Thunder. It's by
Mm-hmm.
Sarah Bernard. It's a British book, but it just got released in the US. So I've
Oh,
been like
okay.
raving about it all year because I ordered it from the
Mm-hmm.
UK, and then I was at Barnes and Noble yesterday and they have it.
Oh,
Like, and
nice.
I like almost started crying in the store
That's great.
because like I have never read a book with like such relatable characters, such relatable romance and everything like that. And oh geez, I just hit my mic. Um, I think part of it is because like I finally felt like I was being represented in an area
Mm-hmm.
that I haven't been able to find before.
Yeah.
And it just made me really fired up about like more diverse books, more own voices books because like that's that is something very specific, like deaf and hard of hearing. But there could be like other people like where the other like books in general are so ableist. I know that that's kind of like a touchy thing to say, but you don't see like characters with disabilities. Like we're just now starting to see like diverse characters like racially
Mm-hmm.
be more common and not as like a plot device. So it just made me like really fired up. Like there are other people that are probably having the same reactions when they read about this type of character and
Yeah.
stuff. So that is one area that I'm like, please. But I know that it's really hard, especially to get that right and to be believable. And
Mm-hmm.
so even though it's a huge hope, I know that it's probably not Like they're gonna be few and far between, but it's fine. The
Well, you
ones
never
that
know.
came out were really good. So,
Well, that's good. I get
mhm.
it's better to be. This is a little maybe not. I don't know if it's better to be represented accurately instead of represented a lot but inaccurately. Is it quality over
Honestly,
quantity?
I feel like, and I want to make a video on this kind of because I see so much where people, and I mean, I can't speak for everything. So mostly I think about it like when I read books about mental illness, like characters with anxiety and I don't know, like other sorts of mental illness where I have a better like understanding of those different areas. Like I might
Mm-hmm.
not have OCD, but I have like kind of an understanding of what it could be like and stuff like that. And it makes me like frustrated when people say that like, oh, that rep isn't good because of this aspect of the book. But I think one of the reasons that I don't know, I have a hard time reviewing books because I can see from both sides. So like whereas um maybe it's not super common, but that could be somebody's story.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And so I
Yeah.
have like a real hard time when people are saying like, "Oh, the representation is terrible and this and that." And it's kind of the same thing like, "Well, this statement might offend you, but it doesn't offend me."
I think you can generalize that with everything that
Yeah,
gets,
exactly.
anything that could be
Mhm.
like that, you know.
Yeah. So I
So,
think that it's important that like when people are reviewing content that they make sure, and I know everyone, it's of course like it's going to be your own opinion, but to really just
mm-hmm.
go out of your way and say like for me the representation didn't work and this is why.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas instead of like overgeneralizing and saying the representation is just terrible because
Mm-hmm.
that doesn't happen. And it's like, well, you don't know that it doesn't happen. It might happen, otherwise the author, how would the author like think to do it?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
anyway,
I think that's pretty valid.
yeah.
What about? Well, I kind of asked you a question, so I guess it's your turn to ask me another one. I guess I could move on. I can ask another. I can ask another generalized one, and then.
Sure.
Hold on. Let me put on my. Oh, I'm so professional. This is professional podcasting. Um, what are some of your favorite makeup and skincare products, or things you did to take care of yourself this year?
I got really into face masks.
Oh, I did
That,
too.
yeah, I love them so much.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess let's just talk about self-care in general, but also like makeup
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Like I got really into like Lush, but not just
Mm-hmm.
Lush, like just bubble baths in general and like nightly routines
Mm-hmm.
that help when I follow with it, which is not often. But like makeup wise, I really love the brand Too Faced.
Oh
That
yeah.
is like that is my brand. That's my favorite brand. I will buy just about anything from that brand. Um, I I really enjoy oh, I got two Morphe eyeshadow palettes, which are awesome. I'm glad that I finally did that.
Oh yeah, and they're
And
huge, aren't they?
yeah, I have
Yeah.
one like regular sized one and then one
Mm-hmm.
that's like smaller.
Oh, okay.
And they have basically the same colors in it, but I've never seen Morphe like in a store. It was at an Ulta that's
Mm.
near me, and so Josh was like, just get both of them. I'm like, okay, cool. I will. Don't
Such an
mind if I
enabler.
do.
Don't mind if I do. Oh, God, I wish Jeremy would let me buy makeup with his money.
It's
He's in
my
the other
money.
room.
It's
Oh,
always
okay.
my
Well,
money, and I have an
oh,
Ulta credit card, so
oh, nice.
I do that
I
too.
We had our family Christmas today. Our family Christmas, Jeremy's family Christmas, and
Hmm.
I got a Ulta gift card for his cousin's fiance. We both really like makeup, and so but the lady there was like, "Would you like to open a Ulta credit card?" And I was like, "I would. I should hold off on that.
Yeah,
Hold off." Yeah, I got into face masks a lot. I was not a fan of the dry to the skin peel off masks.
Oh.
Leave me alone.
What do you want me to do?
Okay, hold on. He got a Nerf gun for Christmas. And so he came in here with like the Nerf gun just pointing at me. He's like, "What do you want me to buy for you?" Anyway, sorry. I wasn't a fan of peel off masks, like the ones that
Mhm.
dry to your skin and you peel off and they look like a layer of skin like you're a snake. But I found myself really liking those because I don't, for the same reason I don't have to like do a lot of stuff after with like a sheet mask. You just peel it off and then
Mhm.
you moisturize. Uh,
Yeah.
and I do like the occasional mud mask, but sometimes like you gotta like really scrub it off and like a
Mhm.
mud mask and but for you just do a different mask for different reasons, and so you know.
Yeah. I was gonna say yeah. Before, I'd just been doing mud masks and I didn't really care for the sheet masks
Mhm.
because they like would slide off my face and it was
Mhm.
really annoying and I couldn't get it to fit right and
Mhm.
everything. But I just did one. I think I snapped you a picture. It's from that
Mhm.
Yes too.
Yeah, because those are the same
Yeah,
ones Jeremy
the
got me.
sheet mask in there, and I was like, oh my God, I forgot how much I enjoy sheet masks,
Mhm.
and I want to get like a bunch of them. But yeah.
Yeah. Um, as you fell in love with Too Faced, I think I fell in love with ColourPop. Um,
Mhm.
and at the end of the year, they had like a nice 50% off sale, and so I got like palettes and lip glosses, and I was just like, ooh, damn, the quality's really nice. And even at full price, for the quality, they're not that expensive. Like, they don't have like, I mean, I think you could spend a lot of money, but
Yeah.
their normal palette is like $30. Like, it's not,
Oh, that's not bad. That's
no.
like Morphe kind of.
Yeah, and I really like the quality. I haven't tried a lot of their other, outside of eyeshadows and highlighter and lip products. I haven't really, because they have a line of concealers now. I think they have a
Mhm.
line of maybe priming spray. I'm not too sure. But they have other products I haven't tried yet. But I hear really nice things about all of that. I hear nice things about Too Faced too, and I really want like their entire peach collection. Isn't that Too
Oh
Faced?
my
The peaches
God.
and cream.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the sweet peach.
Yeah.
I have the eyeshadow.
Oh
And I just love it.
yeah.
That
Mm-hmm.
is the first thing that I got from toothpaste. Okay, from
Toothpaste. Oh.
from Too Faced, and I think that that was like the first thing that I got at Sephora
Mm-hmm.
ever was that, and oh, I love it so much.
Yeah.
Mm, so good. And I discovered like liquid lips
Oh yeah.
this
So
year.
nice.
And I'm obsessed.
Mm-hmm.
I will probably never go back to like a lipstick. I really like liquid lips.
Yeah. I think this year, as you fell in love with liquid lips, I fell in love with lip gloss. I don't know
Oh,
why. And
I can't do lip gloss.
no, like they're not, because I've I've used some that were like super sticky, and don't give me that
Hmm.
face. And but the ones from ColourPop especially feel super smooth and they're not sticky at all, but they are,
Mm.
yeah, they're super nice. And the color is very vibrant. They're not like a, it's very opaque gloss, but like for some
Hmm.
reason I'm like living my middle school dream going back to lip glosses, and I don't know
Aw,
why, but
I'll have
yeah.
to try that. 'Cause I recently just got like a Burt's Bees like tinted,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, chapstick, whatever they're called.
Mm-hmm.
And because I had one like when I was in high school and stuff, but I didn't like wear it that often. But I like got it again because it's just like a really nice like pop of color
Mm-hmm.
that I can throw on and like go to work because it's like chapstick, but it's tinted. So I've been really enjoying that lately.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I guess it's my
Yeah, it
turn.
is.
Sorry. I'm just enjoying your company right
I
now. I
am
keep
too.
forgetting that we're recording.
I like that yellow shirt you're
Um,
wearing.
oh, thanks. I don't know if you've seen it. It says my weekend is all booked,
Oh, that's cute.
and I
Oh,
wear every single weekend. So I
that's
told
cute.
my aunt that, and I think that she got kind of weirded out when I told her that. She's like, I'm like, okay.
Well, I mean, you wash it during the week and then just.
Yeah,
It's not like you leave
absolutely.
it sitting around in a
And
pile.
I like filming with it too because I usually film on the weekends, and then I have to remember that like I can't wear this shirt
Every
in
video.
all of my videos.
She's like,
um,
wow, she like 12 videos in a day she filmed and recorded.
yeah, no,
Do you remember
that
doing that?
never
I
happened.
remember doing that and feeling conscious again about like wearing the same outfit. So I remember one day I filmed two videos, but I completely switched outfits. I think I even like wiped off some of my makeup and put different
Yeah,
makeup
I
on. I
used to
was
do
like,
that, and
no.
I would like change my lip color
Mhm.
and stuff as I was doing it. Sometimes I would change like my hair.
Mhm.
If it was like half down, then I would like pull it up completely, and then I stopped caring.
Yeah, I mean,
So now like
girl.
I am trying to upload consistently twice a week,
Mhm.
and it is going to be like every two videos it's going to be the same
I mean, hey,
outfit
doesn't
and same look, but whatever, it's
whatever.
fine.
Yeah, do it. Do it up. Anyway,
Um, I guess my next question for you, I don't have any discussion questions.
that's
I want to know what your favorite piece that you designed this year was.
ooh. Well, I didn't do much designing this year. Yeah, I guess all of Disenchanted, um,
Yeah.
which was the only. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Yeah, because Ohio, I wasn't design. When I was in Ohio, I wasn't really designing.
Oh. Mhm.
Um, I built really cool costumes, and I could talk about that in a second. But yeah, my favorite stuff that I've designed in 2017 was the show that I'm working on, Disenchanted, and it was all kind of modern day adult Disney princesses, and they're super fun. And the designs changed as we got into really thinking about like, well, how is this actor really portraying the character? And so one of the girls, one of the women, I'm trying not to say girls when you're talking about adult women. I'm trying real hard not to do that. So one of the ladies, Snow White, her design kind of changed as I started working on the show. She went from like kind of grunge to more kind of preppy, kind of socialite,
Mhm.
fancy. Um, but yeah, I can't think of one specific one from the show. No, just in general. There were only 10 costumes, and so it was like
Yeah.
I'm really proud of the results, and so I think people are really gonna like this show. I'm excited for it to open next week. I'm just like really excited. Anyway, um, in Ohio though, I built. I think my favorite thing that I built was we had like this version of Cinderella. It was an old musical. It was like written in the 20s, but it's
Mhm.
a weird version. And they were on some sort of drug when they wrote that show, but the ball that they go to is actually a costume ball. And so
Ooh.
one of the stepsisters goes as Bo Peep and one of the other stepsisters goes as Mother Hubbard. And I had to make, I wonder if I can find a picture and show you. I had to make like this huge bustle, just went up and down, but it was like a three-tiered like ordeal of like huge stuffed. Yeah, it was big, it was massive. And then I added a bunch of attachments and like adornments and bows to this dress that was already in stock. So I didn't build the whole thing, but building that huge ass bustle, I'm not like, it was huge. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, it was so comical.
Mhm.
And we were worried about it staying up on her because of how heavy it ended up being, but
Mhm.
she rocked it. It was a lot of fun. And then she had super tall, the actress was already super tall and skinny, and then we gave her like this huge head of hair that just like went up. It was just, yeah, the stepsisters in that show were so funny and so comically dressed. Anyway,
Mhm.
so that's kind of my thing.
Cute.
I'll counter with you. What was one of your favorite videos that you made in 2017?
Oh, geez. Um, I don't know. I'm gonna scroll through.
That's fair.
I really enjoy doing reviews.
Yeah.
So, just generally, that's my favorite type of video to do. Let me see.
I'm surprised your favorite wasn't the Big Brother book tag.
Oh, that was really fun.
Because
That was
Peter,
super fun.
because
Oh
Peter
yeah,
got a hold of
Peter.
you. Yeah.
He shouted me out.
Yeah.
That was like for a good, I don't know, he mentioned me in a couple other videos too.
Really?
And
Y-
yeah,
That's
to the
great.
point where it was like Josh would be like, "Did Peter do a video today? We have to watch to see like if he talked about you again." Because he just like kept talking about me for a good like 2 weeks, and I'm like, "Well, thanks." Um,
You might have to send me you might have to send me some of these because I only follow his real his drama channel. I don't follow his book channel.
which is
So yeah, oh
insane,
my god,
but
don't get me started on that. But and not even
that's a whole other
that's a whole
video.
other video.
Um, yeah, I just really like doing
Your reviews.
reviews and let's see. I think one of my favorite things, I guess booktube trends that happened was
Mm-hmm.
we started doing 24-hour readathons
I did
and
see
like
you do that.
vlogging it. And so over the summer, was the first time that like that happened officially, and I think that vlog was just really fun
Oh yeah.
for me to make 'cause I like doing vlogs.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want to do them more. I'm trying to do a read um like every day for 30 days like challenge type thing, and you're supposed to like vlog along the way, and I have not like vlogged a single day so far,
Oh
so I'm gonna have to do like maybe a weekly check-in or something like that,
yeah.
and then edit it all together. But I really like doing vlogs and book reviews.
That's cute.
Yeah, I don't think I have a favorite. Probably that first um 24-hour readathon vlog was super fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. So uh in the beginning of this video, I asked you what your favorite meme was, and you were like, "Caitlin, I can't answer that." Um, for anyone who cares, my favorite meme. Did you not see the
Okay.
picture of where it was the couple and it was the dude and the guy was looking back at another girl, and people were like photoshopping different things over it.
No,
Okay, never
I
mind.
don't know. Like, I don't know any memes,
I'm
but
gonna
you
have to
can
meme you
explain
up.
it to me. Hold it up to the screen. I
2000,
don't.
2018 is going to be the year where Becca only talks about memes. Um,
It is going like I'm literally a year behind when with whatever I do in life, honestly. But it is like it's kind of comical. I was thinking about that the other day. Like everything I reference is like a year behind. Whatever like sayings or anything that I say, it
what's
did way after everyone else has stopped saying it.
what's like the last meme you remember looking at?
I don't know.
um, okay, well the thing that I wanted to show you, I can't because I don't know exactly what the name of this meme is, so I'll have to do some research.
Okay.
I don't think it has anyone who's listening to this probably knows, but I'm sure I tweeted out some of these memes over the course of 2017 because they were just favorite because people would post like, oh, it just never mind. It's like
I
really,
mean, I like them. Like,
but you're
I
not
think that
into
memes are
it.
funny, but I don't know. Like, I couldn't tell you what any
It's just because I'm
of
on
them
Twitter a
are or
lot.
describe any of them. But for Christmas, my dad got me a knockoff, like, what do you meme game. It's like essentially apples to apples, but you're creating memes.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And I'm living for
Yeah.
that game. I think it's hilarious.
So I couldn't reference any vines in front of you either, probably.
No, I don't
No.
know Vines.
R.I.P.
The
Vine.
only one that I know is the one that you always talk about
The
with the
rat.
rat.
That one's my favorite. That is my favorite Vine. But I have when Vine died, there was like a renaissance of people like making compilations of famous slash their favorite vines on YouTube, and so I
Yeah.
would like watch a bunch of those, and so now the Vine culture is like stuck in my head, um hi, my name's Trey, I have a basketball game tomorrow, like that, like
Oh my
stupid,
God.
just stupid
Jenna
stuff.
Marbles
Yeah,
has
that's
been
the one she
saying that
loves.
for
That's
months.
because it's from
I
Vine. It's from Vine. Anyway, yeah. Um,
guess I don't, yeah, I
or
don't
like
know.
I won't hesitate, bitch, and like all these, just all these funny fucking vines. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna make a
This
compilation and
makes
just no.
no sense to me.
You have to. It's this
Just
little.
absolutely nothing.
It's this little boy, but he's like dressed up and he has like something in his chest to make him have bigger boobs, and then is wearing like sunglasses, and then in one frame he's I don't want to explain the 6 second video. Anyway, he ends it with I won't hesitate, bitch, and he shoots the other person. It's really funny. Chris,
Cute.
is that a weed? No, it's a crayon. I'm calling the police. 911, what's your emergency? Sorry, okay. My real question was, and this one's nice. We can both answer this one. What
Yeah.
was your favorite moment with your significant other? Or
I
something that
was
you do?
thinking about this because, well, I mean, you mentioned it before we started filming, so I'm like, crap, I gotta think of like a specific something now.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, I guess like my one of my favorite things, I just like spending time with Josh, honestly, and we
Mm-hmm.
don't get like that much time to spend together because our work schedules are opposite
Mm-hmm.
most of the time. But Um, like the first week that I was off work in the summer, we went to Florida.
Yeah.
And that was the first time that I got to take him to Florida and we went to Disney.
Nice.
And that was like really magical because I already knew that like I loved it and I kept joking that like I want a honeymoon at Disney, but that's probably too cliche. And then like when he went, he was like, "No, we gotta like we have to honeymoon at Disney because this is just everything." Like he was living for it.
That's so fun.
And yeah, that whole week was just like super awesome
Mm-hmm.
because we're never on vacation at the same time. The only other time we're on vacation at the same time is when we go camping
Mm-hmm.
at in August every year. But so that was just like super fun because when we go camping in August, that's like with my entire family, but this vacation was just kind of us
Mm-hmm.
because my dad and Myra were working
Mm-hmm.
during the day still, so we just got to do whatever we wanted and it was awesome.
That's so fun.
hmm
Yeah. Um,
What about you?
well, kind of just like because Jeremy and I started dating in December 2016, so like our relationship kind of really grew throughout this entire year. So really just
Yeah.
like getting to really know him, and I'm still getting to know him, you know.
hmm
Um, but he would come and visit me in Ohio like crazily like every other weekend. He was like, "I'm gonna come up
hmm
and visit you." So like every 2 weeks I saw him, so it was really nice. And he would cook for me, which was awesome because I had no time to cook for myself. And we barbecued a few times. Um, he was invited and came to hang out at Thanksgiving with my family, which was super fun.
Oh,
Um, and I prepared him for a lot of Pictionary and card games, and so yeah, that was a lot of fun. I'm trying to think of what happened in the beginning of the year. Because at the beginning of the year I was working at McDonald's, and so he would just come, and he lived in Lansing, so he was only half an hour away, and he would come like visit me during the day before I went into work and stuff, and surprise me with
hmm
food or bubble tea or whatever. And so I don't know, just the little things. We didn't take like a vacation or anything like that. No, did we? No, not really. No, not this year.
I think that I also just enjoyed like because we moved back to Grand Rapids
Yeah.
in our apartment and stuff, and I just feel like we really settled it and became like a family.
Yeah.
Ah. So gross.
And then you're like, oh, great, we don't have to live with our third roommate anymore. Like, that's.
No, it's our missing piece.
I know, like the set, like I think I visited you the first time and I was like, whoa, cool, I love your office, like I love the filming space, and you're like, this can be your room. And you
It
said,
is your room. We
it's
are
my.
like saving it, and now, spoiler alert, we're looking at houses.
Oh, no
Like Josh is super
way.
obsessed at looking at houses, and he's like, we have to make sure there's enough room for Caitlin. And I'm like, wait, what?
Well, if I get a job in the Grand Rapids area, because I am looking for one, you guys might be where I live because I don't know what the living situation's going to be, but
Yes,
I'll let you know.
please.
Potentially, hopefully, I'm on that side of the state at least, whether it's in
Mhm.
Grand Rapids or Kalamazoo. Anyway, yeah. Oh, that's good. Oh, if you guys get a house, that'll be so great. That'll be so fun.
We're pretty pumped about it, but
Yeah.
Josh has to. The reason I got my Ulta credit card is so that I can raise my credit
Mhm.
because I right now I'm like I am the one with like the biggest income,
Mhm.
and so we would most likely have to do everything under my name. So like my credit is gonna
Mhm.
be what they're looking at. So like we're doing all of that. All of the furniture we got this year is under my name, just like everything we're doing. But then Josh, Josh has just been looking at houses nonstop, it feels like, the past like couple weeks, and so it's making me think that like we're probably gonna end up getting a house. I don't know. I'm hoping like maybe during summer. I know that's like super fast because we want to get married in the fall,
Mhm.
but
Yeah, that's crazy. That's a lot.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. Um, we're still like talking about a fairly big wedding, but at this point, I'm not really that picky. I just kind of want to get married
Yeah.
to him. So, yeah.
And that's fine too. You
Mhm.
guys do you.
Yep.
And I'll celebrate with you however you want me to, however you guys want to celebrate it.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
'Cause you're gonna marry us, so you're
This
gonna
is
be
like
there
the
anyway.
fourth episode in a row where we've talked about me becoming an ordained minister so I can marry you guys.
Because it needs to happen. 2018 goals.
Yep.
It's on my resolution.
And then, God, that's how I could make some money. Not from you, but like to be a non dominational minister.
Non-denomination.
Dispatcho! Okay.
We're like a non-domination, like you're gonna be dominating. Dominating.
A non dominatrix minister. Do you think S&M do you think S&M groups have like could perform weddings? Like if you wanted
Oh,
to have your house,
absolutely.
like have your house. If you want to have your wedding in like a dominatrix dungeon, do you think she like would let you?
Absolutely.
That's I think an untapped market that I think we should look into.
I think that we should.
uh, anyway, it's your turn. It's your turn to talk, please.
um, I think. Okay, I have one last one, and maybe this can be like a discussion.
Mhm.
Um, did you like try anything new this year, or not really? Get out of your comfort zone in any way, shape, or form?
See, I was gonna
Oh,
make a
jeez.
joke. I was gonna. Could you see it in my
Just
eyes?
say
That
it.
no, I was. No, this was a joke. No, I'm just. I'll tell you the joke later. But I don't want to say it on air because my
On air.
my father commented on one of our videos, and he's like, yeah, he's like, oh, why can't I listen to this on like a podcast catcher like Downcast, which is an app. And
Hmm.
I texted him and I was like, LOL, just saw your comment and we're not on iTunes, so we can't be on any sort of app. He's like, oh, I know. Also, I didn't actually watch the episode. I've been meaning to listen to you guys, but I haven't. So, hi, Dad, if you're listening, whatever. But
Aww.
I don't want to say the joke in case he's listening, which is, anyway. No. I this year for me personally was kind of a I survived kind of year, which is why I'm really eager to step out of my comfort zone and do a whole bunch of different things and to make this coming year like a really good year for me. I think creatively I really didn't do much
Mhm.
besides write a lot, and I tried drawing a lot, but it just kind of kept falling through. And so no, sadly not. I really didn't do. This was a year of survival for me. I'm not afraid to say
I
that, but
I think that that's gonna be the opposite for me.
yeah.
I feel like 2017 I did like a lot of things that I am not used to, and I got out of my comfort zone in like weird ways. Like I feel like my whole life people called me like a picky eater and stuff, but
Mhm.
I feel like I'm not
That's
like
good.
really that picky anymore. And I'm just like like I'm more willing to try new things,
Mhm.
whereas in the past I was like, nah. But I feel like 2018 is gonna be like, how can I just get through this?
Hmm.
But yeah.
Well, I hope we both tried new things together.
hmm
And what's a food that you tried that you didn't really like beforehand, or something that you learned to like?
Um, I don't know. It's not that like I didn't. Well, actually, because we have to like I eat what the kids eat at
Mhm.
school and they're all like nutritionally balanced. Like I tried a lot of fruit.
Mhm.
I know that's really weird, but like I don't eat fruit and I still don't. Like I tried it all and then I just realized like no, I don't. I just really don't care for fruit. Like I'm more of a vegetable person. But yeah, I just tried like a lot of the stuff because I had to mostly. Like yogurt, I'd never had yogurt or anything, and I really like the
Oh yeah, I
yogurt
remember that.
that yeah that they had, and just like combinations. Like I never had peaches and cottage cheese together, but I
Hmm.
know that that was like a thing, and I ended up really liking that. Um, I've been really into hamburgers lately, which is
Hmm.
weird, but yeah, it's like food that I just like when I would go out to eat and stuff, I would just usually get like chicken tenders
Mm.
or a sandwich or something like that. But now I feel like when I go out to eat, I'm like perusing the entire menu. I feel so adult
Yeah.
when I do that, like honestly.
Yeah. Totally.
So that's, yeah, basically. I didn't, like, I tried some new things, but mainly I just stopped um being picky,
Yeah, for
I
sure.
guess. Yeah.
Um. Uh. Sorry. I thought someone texted me. Um. Yeah. No, I hope this year's not just a survive kind of year for either of us. I know
Yeah.
things are rough on either of our ends, um, but I think that being able to talk to each other once a week is really nice,
Oh,
and
totally.
we can kind of talk out, not necessarily on air. I keep saying on air, not necessarily while we're recording, but just to kind of check in and be like, yo, you okay? Like, how's it going? Like, how's work and the kids and the husband and the cats and the you know.
Mhm.
So, I think this year will be personally really well. I hope.
Yeah,
So
I
yeah.
hope so too.
I think I asked all my questions. I don't know. Is there anything else you wanted to say?
No, I
No.
think I'm good.
Yeah. Them's the
This was fun.
them's the
I liked
breaks.
kind of reflecting on
Oh yeah,
stuff.
totally. I remember a partner I used to have in the past. Um, we were together for 2 years, and I remember those 2 years when we were together for New Year's. We looked back on the year and we wrote down like the top 10 events that happened to us individually for that year, and so like
Mhm.
favorite things that happened. And I liked doing it. And now I think I don't do it because it reminds me of him and I don't want to think about him. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I like reflecting. I think it's, um, I think it's nice, and it makes me like think of, okay, what did I do and versus not do this year that I would really like to change in the upcoming year. And it's really like
Yeah.
I don't set any huge goals, or I try to set measurable goals. I think we talked about that. And so I have a few measurable goals, because I wasn't able to get to them this coming year. This
Mhm.
past year, I mean. And so I keep forgetting it's like 2018. So,
I know, right?
yeah. But anyway, yeah.
It's funny because I know who you're talking about. So when you're like a a person I was with in the past, and I'm like, why are you? Oh, you're just not gonna say his name.
No, I don't like saying his
Okay.
name.
I don't like saying his name either.
But yeah, I think that this was a good episode.
Yeah, I had fun.
Is there, oh, on a closing note, super fast, are there any goals you would like to have with this podcast?
Um, I think we always just say like actually doing it consistently.
Yeah,
But we've been doing pretty good so far.
I think so.
So the past couple of weeks or
Mm-hmm.
whatever, I think we've been doing okay. Maybe setting aside a time during the week where we can plan out like what we're gonna be talking about and stuff like that.
Yeah, it kind of is
But
on the fly. I
yeah,
October I think was really successful because we had like 4 episodes in a row where we knew,
yeah,
and that was all you, girl, that was. And so I think if we have a few episodes planned in advance, then we'll have some ideas to think about instead of me
totally.
today saying, "Oh, let's do this." So, um,
But that's usually what I do anyway.
yeah.
Like when we're deciding, you're like, do you want to film or record? And I'm like, yeah. What do you want to talk about? I don't know. Okay, let me think for like an hour. Hey, why don't we do this?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, see you in a couple
Because
hours.
I would talk about literally anything with you. Like, that's what
Yeah,
I really
I
think.
mean, that I think that that's why it's just like whatever because we talk about everything
Mm-hmm.
with each other. So,
Yeah.
because I love
I
you.
love you too.
Eh.
Um,
Um,
yeah. Yes, I think we should definitely talk about actually getting this on somewhere other than YouTube.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
And I know financially that's a little bit of a question answer that we need to talk about, but I think there are some cheaper alternatives that we can think of doing. So
Totally.
hopefully you'll see us on iTunes in 2018. Wouldn't that be a great trip?
Yay, that would be
Yeah. Yeah, I
awesome.
think that'd be so fun. Anyway, I can't really think of anything else. Oh, we should do more
Me
stupid
either.
quizzes. I liked when we did the Sims episode when
Oh,
we did the
yeah,
quiz. I think
we
that was
should do
super
that.
fun.
That was so fun.
Yeah.
We should do that more.
Yeah. Anyway,
Oh, and we gotta, I'm really looking forward to our Harry Potter episodes.
that's right. Yeah. Okay. Don't. Hey, I my show opens in a week. Let my show open, and then I will have a few weeks to kind of chill and close out my job, and then
I'm just
hopefully.
really
I
excited
know.
to
We can.
read Harry Potter with you.
Yeah, I know. I know. We will. We will. I promise.
Okay.
I. What's an easy? Nope. I don't even want to set a goal because then you'll hold me to it. I was gonna say like, how many Harry Potter books can I get through this year? Theoretically, I could get.
All of them?
Theoretically, well, you know me, and so it'll take me like 5 months to
We
read
can do
Sorcerer's
it.
Stone.
Oh, no, no, no. It's not gonna take you 5 months to read the first one because we are going to
Read it
do
together,
this
and you'll
together.
be on my ass about reading Harry
And
Potter. I
I
know.
will
I
be
know.
on your ass about it.
It'll be good. And then I'll finally be
Hmm.
in the know and I won't be a fake. Because every time I talk about
You're
Harry
not a
Potter,
fake.
well, every time I talk about Harry Potter, people assume that I've read them. I know a lot about what happens in the books versus the movies just because I hear a lot about it and I'm friends with you, etc.
Hmm.
And Tumblr is a huge, whatever. And but then I was like, yeah, I've never read the books, and they're like, what? And I'm like, no, it's okay that I haven't
Yeah,
because
it's okay, I guess.
when's the last time you watched a Star War?
Star Wars?
I don't know.
I watch all the Star Wars movies except for the ones that just came out in the past couple of years.
Oh, you
Couple
haven't
of years?
seen the newest ones?
I haven't seen the new one.
Oh, Jeremy hasn't either. I need to make him watch them. So
I really wasn't like a huge fan of the movies when I watched them, but I watched them so that I could see the Star Kid musical,
oh, to watch
and
Annie.
I that was not. the best production that they've ever put out. And
No,
so,
no, I agree. That's okay. It's one of
yeah.
my least favorite ones. I can
Hmm.
appreciate the Star Wars humor in it, but it wasn't like anything to.
No, they were grasping at straws with that one, I feel like.
Yeah.
But
And
anyway,
experimental theater. Don't we all love that?
yeah, totally.
Anyway,
Okay.
yes.
Um,
After a long talk of whatever we were talking about, I hope 2018 is a good year for everyone and a better year for the world. I think it needs it.
yeah.
And a better year for us. So, we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.